Hello. I'm trying to like do this like opening bit where I'm just not sure whether I'm live or not, and I'm kind of like, hello. Anyway, we're live. School hacking. We're going to hack a school today in Glyphis.io BBS, the Proxy Tapes 1989. Long title, because I'm a Philip K. Dick fan. But we are going to hack a school. I'm going to show you what I've done so far, and yeah, just kind of go through the process of what we're actually up to. So here we are. Hello, Hasifa. Hasifa. I always say Hasifa. It's Hasifa. Hello, Big Mike Barnett. Good to see you, Mike. Wonderful. Really, really chuffed. Yeah, this is a new challenge that I've set up in the game. I kind of touched on it a little bit towards the end of the last stream that we did. I'm going to be doing a little bit more on it. I will do probably will do a long form video on it. I've also done a few little short videos about it as well. But it's very much inspired by Uplink, funnily enough, something that we chatted in the Discord recently about. The great game Uplink, really, really fun game. I've actually downloaded that on this PC, so we can potentially play that this afternoon. Not this afternoon, this morning. It might be your afternoon, but it's currently my morning. Yeah, I think that if we could potentially play that. We could also play Hacknet, or we could give something a go on itch.io, do a little bit of research in there, and just see where it goes. But yeah, this what you're looking at right now is the Wolf Pro Telebase login for the high school in the game. Now, in the game, you are a hacker that's working with other rebellious hackers that are trying to get back the old Japan. It's an alternative dimension, an alternative history point where during the Second World War, the Japanese entire imperial family were completely and utterly wiped out. What that caused was a political vacuum. America took over Japan and created the American Pacific Isles. Now, the Japanese have had their culture completely erased. So what's happened off the back of that is that the youth in 1989, in the game's present day, has started to rebel against the American Pacifica Isles. And you are a hacker that's working with a group that are doing just that. Now, at the very beginning of the game, you get tested. They try and work out whether or not you're part of their gang. And one of the tests, one of the sort of, I guess the sort of third stage, maybe fourth stage tests, is this test right now. You have to first of all change the mainland, not the mainland, but I guess it's the region settings on your computer, the Bradsonic 69000. Once you've changed the region settings on your computer, you then have to get the telephone number of a server room at the school, at the high school. Once you get the telephone number of the server room, which is obviously the modem of the main server, you can then do the digital handshake of that server and log into the database from the modem. In order to do that, you have to do it at night time, because during the day the server room is busy, the server line is busy because it's connected to Tokyo University. Even though it's a high school, it's connected to Tokyo University for research purposes, and it's always busy. So this game uses your real-time clock, so you've got to do all your kind of clandestine. I always say that wrong, and I spelled it wrong as well. You always have to do your underground stuff basically by night, and then the sort of daytime stuff, you can do a bit of daytime hacking and stuff like that, but it operates on a real-time clock. So you've got to be like going in at night and doing the naughty stuff. So this is where we are right now. David Lee, yes, Japan, hooray! Yeah, good to see you, dude. Hope you're well. It has been a while. It really has. Yeah, so this is the main login page for it. So the email that you get from the lady that's in the reception, our useful idiot, she gives us 3 telephone numbers to call through. We try 3 telephone numbers. We managed to get into this one. We do it at night time. This is the server modem. So we come in and we type in the password, which I'm not going to tell you because at this present moment in time, I bet you can guess it. At this present moment in time, I don't want to give away too much, but it's kind of obvious. Right, so we're now in the the database. Now we've got the attendance scores, the report cards, the disciplinary records, the counsellor notes, and Saturday clubs. All of this kind of works with regards to the narrative at play. So the characters are linked to their attendance scores based on what their character is actually like within the game. Now in this, we have the report cards that come through. So we've got Penelope Pierce, for example. She's got a C for English, a B for US history, Pacifica Peace Studies, mathematics, science, physical education, computer science, art, and her elective course that she wants to do is peace studies. Now, this is all based on the game's narrative, the fact that they're being taught English as their top subject. Then it's US history. Remember, these guys are Japanese, but they're being taught US history. And then it's Pacifica Peace Studies, basically propaganda at the education level. Now we can change the grades. We can change her grade to a B. We can change, I think I just had her as B. There we go. Let me just go down again, do this, change it to A, change it to A, etc., etc. Now, on this level, there's no time lock. There's no time problem. It's basically very, 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 very beginner friendly, this version. So you're going through, I say this version, this challenge. This is very much a opening challenge within the game. It's going to get a lot darker and a lot deeper and a lot more high level, which will expose the general premise of the game. There's also going to be moments of sandboxing as well, which we'll talk on later on. So I'll just show you a little bit more of this. So these are all of the characters. So you can see they're coming through quite nicely on that. They're getting pixelated and coming through. I created a really good Python app that actually did this. It does the mosaic filter in, and then it creates these as GIFs. So these are actually GIFs that are layered on top. Rendered last in the queue, something that I've always got to remember. If you want something to be on top, you've got to render it last. Jason Redgrave, I think he's one of the hackers. Eliza Bellamy, Darren Dunlop. Yeah, you've got to try and work out based on who comes through to you. So we've got somebody called Rain, for example. Now Rain is Rosalind Cloud. She tells you this in an email, so it's not like impossible to figure out who these people are based on their handles. But this is Rain. Oh, hang on. This is Rain. And we go in here. She's one of the hackers that you talk to on a regular basis. She's super duper friendly and a little bit flirtatious. She's over 18. And I think your character is actually 18 years of age as well, potentially. I'm not sure about that just yet, but yeah. We've got Bertie Vandengate. He's a guy called Uncle AM. He works on the radio stuff. So if we come out of here and check out Bertie Vandengate in the Saturday clubs, we should see Bertie Vandengate is in the amateur radio club. Yeah. So he does the computer club and amateur radio club. We can also check out the disciplinary records for Bertie Vandengate. Unauthorized modem connection, anti-Pacifica graffiti, and found in server room after hours. So these things kind of all tie into the idea of what this is. Let's have a look at what we've got. Social engineering at its base. Yes, Asifa, that's correct. Time to get that 80s synthwave music playlist ready for the future. Oh yeah, you know it. You know it. So this does have music. I'm just going to show you this operating in game. Let me just double check that this is all right over here. I've got a laptop. Oh, hang on, I need to close this quickly. Let me close this down a second. I'm currently doing a quick, let me see, let's just bring this up. Let me close this, close that window, there we go. Let's try that again. Okay, cool. So yeah, basically what's going on is I'm currently in the middle of working through this game, and I'm doing it through in like a narrative order. And what I'm trying to kind of gauge is moments where there's sandbox potential, where you can stop, play games, go onto the operating system, play on the operating system, and even potentially make your own games. Now there will be later down the line a contact from Glyphis, who's the person that runs, he's the sysop that runs the main BBS, Glyphis.io BBS is your kind of like main home center, I don't want to say homepage because it's a BBS, but it's your main place where you operate from within. In there, he's going to give you loads of different tasks. After you've proved yourself doing various different social engineering things like this, for example, you'll move on to what I think would be quite clever, would be like where you can create your own viruses. Now, I think we'd have to have some kind of poetic license in that, but I don't want it to just be like Uplink where you just download a tool and then use a tool. I want you to actually be the hacker rather than the deploy mule. And I think that would be quite exciting. So I'm looking at potentially moving. I don't know if you guys know the programming language Lua. It's kind of like Python, but a little bit more like BASIC. Pico 8, the virtual console, uses Lua a lot, and it's super easy to use for me. But I know that I'm a coder, so it's kind of difficult to say to people that want to play a hacking game, oh, now you need to learn to code. So I think what we're going to do is I'm going to try and like have a situation where the player downloads a application that enables live chat with an NPC, and then they also can download the IDE from another BBS, and that IDE will have something like Brad Sonic Basic or Brad Basic or something like that on there on the terminal, and then you can actually make your own games. But also, by the help of the NPC, they'll guide you through the process of designing your own, in inverted commas, virus. And then you would then save that virus onto the desktop or somewhere in your hard drive on the virtual computer. And then during the stages of your hacking and your hacking career, where you start going into much darker, much high risk, high stakes environments, you can deploy the viruses that you've built. And they could be quite fun. Not kind of like hackers, like where it's all like, wow, whoa, boom, doo, doo. Not that mad, but mad enough for it to be exciting and easy enough for it to be deployable by someone that can use a QWERTY keyboard, for example. That's all you really need to be able to do in order to work this game out. If you can get the information from the NPC and then transfer that into a development environment and just do a few little bits and bobs here and there, then you should be able to deploy the virus and get it going. I think that would be quite a fun idea. Oh, Milgy Poppins, nice to see you, buddy. Good to see you. Yeah. So yeah, I think that would be quite fun, quite rad, quite cool. I think that the process of you as a person learning to be a hacker, I think that could be potentially educational in itself as well. I think that when you've got fun little games like mini games and stuff that are kind of pushing you and pulling you into the narrative, at the same time you can learn a little bit of coding, and it's more learning coding principles than it is actually learning coding languages. But it would be super duper cool if I could somehow make it that people could actually make their own games and launch them inside the Brad Sonic itself. That would be flippin' sweet. Now, if you have any questions, please do feel free to leave them in the chat room. I will love to answer any of them. Like I said, I've got a little poll running at the moment. Let's see where we're at the moment. Playing Uplink has got 75% of the vote. We've also got go to itch.io and find a hidden gem. That's 25% of the vote. Okay, cool. So we'll see how that goes later on. I'm just waiting for the upload from my laptop to go onto my main computer, and then we will actually run the game through the social engineering challenge of the school hack and see where we get to. I've put some notes in, I've added some different bits all in the code, but I want to kind of run through it and just see how that looks. Once I've got that up and running and I'm happy with it, what I'll probably do actually is get a debug list. Mad. Get a debug list written up, and then we'll kind of go through it offline and figure that stuff out later. Where would I have put a pen? That's a good question. I normally put pens right here. Let me see if I can find a pen. But we'll go through it, and you guys can just sort of, if you spot anything that you think needs work or needs improvement, do let me know. I know where I left a pen, over here. No, I didn't. There we go. There's a pen. Perfect. All right, cool. So is that a character stat screen? No, so so basically, Milgy, what that is a I'll show you again, just for the people that have just jumped onto the stream a little bit late. Hopefully I can open it up. I did just get an error come up. I'll tell you, you can rewind it later. That's what Notepad and Google Doc screenshots are for. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. I just can't help the analog aspect of it. I like using the pen. That's one of my things. So if I do this, okay, yes. So this is a impression of what I wanted to have as my Tokyo High School or Tokyo Metropolitan High School database. I created this using a bunch of different AI tools and pumped everything together and just layered it up. Not too many layers on here, but I layered it all up, and then I fed this into Claude Code whilst I was coding along with it, and said, I need to create something similar to this as a database. Can you help me? And it came up with a whole bunch of different ideas, and I kind of like tweaked a few things, went back into the code, moved a few bits around, got it all set up, and it kind of worked. And then I had to extract this image and then create a Python program which Mosaic filtered them in, and then I could create like an actual school database, which I can run again actually, because that was kind of rad. Let me see if I can get that up. So yeah, we can do that. Let's have a look. Got a bit of a cold at the moment. Right, okay, so if I just go back to the stream settings and then set this up. Oh, there it is, it's there, great. So if we go into pass username here, there we go, and then we do the attendance scores. So that's attendance scores actually. Let's go back. Let's go to report cards. That's more like it. So this was the eventual kind of thing that we sat on, Milgy. What we did with it, and I think it's kind of cool. I'm happy with it. I think it looks great. It's more DOS because it's 1989. The game's set in 1989. Obviously, the images like this coming through is kind of poetic justice, because I don't think poetic license. I don't think that this would have been possible in 1989. Having said that, in the film Pretty in Pink, there's a moment in the library where her and the guy have a chat with each other over the terminal in the library, and this kind of happens, like, who are you? And he's like, I'm this guy. And he's like, you don't even know who I am. And he's like, yeah. And it's like, and he stands up and she stands up and they both look at each other, and it's like all lovey-dovey and, you know, super lovey-dovey. So yeah, there's that. But yeah, it looks cool, doesn't it? I think it's all right. I think it looks all right. This is the code for it. This is the standalone code for it anyway, and where you set it all up. It's all in Python, this particular challenge. Something that I mentioned on the last stream that I also mentioned on one of my long form videos, and something else as well that I did on another one of my videos. Has that finished yet? No, not yet. Is that the game itself is running on two separate programming languages. Python for the virtual machine, the Brad Sonic itself, that all runs in Python. But then when it launches games, it launches into C++ using a Python wrapper. Because in the real world, these computers, these actual machines, they run several different programming languages. So it made sense to me to kind of have that believability. And also it looks totally different to the environment that you're within, and it gives that kind of authentic feel. I think that really, really helps with the buzzword of the noughties, with the buzzword of the decade, which is immersion. So yeah, I think that's kind of cool. Now I've completely lost the chat room. Let me get that back. There we go. One of the surprising things about Japan is how analog most things are. In 1989, this would have all been on paper. It is only in the last 5 years that things have been shifting. Yes, I know that. I know that, David. And the reason why this game exists and the narrative exists in it is because this is an alternative history-based game. In 1945, the Japanese imperial family were destroyed by the atomic bomb in Hiroshima Castle. wiping out the entire lineage. That power vacuum got the Americans in full hog. They brought back the shogunate. I think it's the Fujikawa family or something like that. They brought back the shogunate as a puppet head. They installed the Japan Pacifica Isles. The Japan Pacifica Isles became like whatever it was, part of America. So it then became the American Pacifica Isles. They erased Japanese culture completely, and all of the major chip manufacturers, which are American, Texas Instruments, Motorola, Intel, AMD, all those companies descended upon the Japanese consumer market base and took full advantage of that incredible first adopter culture that exists in Japan. Now that then created this database and the Brad Sonic 69,000 computer that you use. It's accelerated the Japanese's interest in technology. Now I know, full on, been to Japan many times, very bureaucratic when it comes to paperwork. You have to sign, print, stamp everywhere you go. Now, what would have happened to that culture had the Americans had a full-on open access to everything, to all of the manufacturing, everything that existed within it? If they all descended upon it, what could have happened? That's the kind of question that I'm asking and sort of answering in this narrative. It might not be for everyone. Some people might think it's not necessarily believable, but it exists in my head and the story is going pretty strong in my mind. So I do think that it's got some plausibility on an alternate history timeline vibe, especially if you add into the fact that America, through America's dominance of Japan, it enabled them to coerce China and Mongolia into giving them access to raw materials. So they've ended up finding massive deposits of silesia in Mongolia, which of course is used for chip manufacturing. Now, if Intel and Motorola and Texas Instruments had the Japanese marketplace to work within and be competitive within, and companies like MOS that made the 6502, these are all American companies. If they were in that market, who knows what could have happened? It's a pretty interesting idea, and I think it'll be something fun for us all to explore together. Yeah. Cool. There we go. But yeah, it is surprising, and I'm really glad you popped that comment in, David. It's great. Any more comments? Please bring them in. I love a tangent. Right, so that's done. Laptop's updated, so we can now go into the actual main game and check it out. Now let me just close down this one because they're bound to have a conflict with one another. Yeah, alternative history. Yeah, it's brilliant. Yeah, I love it. I was emailed a document that was supposed to stamp, scan, email, and then send it physically to the school. Yeah, that's exactly it. Not Japan, this is Korea, but when we were in Seoul, we went skiing, and I'm not joking. I must have signed seven forms, and I think I'd done my signature for us to get boots, skis, and to get up the mountain to go skiing. I think I must have signed about 25 times. I am not exaggerating. It was like, sign here, sign here, sign here. Like, I was just like, oh my God, how much paperwork did it need for us to go skiing? I guess it's like a waiver on every bone. I wasn't sure what was going on. But yeah, Japan is certainly a land of contradictions. It's something else, but yeah, wonderful place. All right, cool. So let me just double check I've got the sound on this one. Okay, so I've made some big changes on my laptop overnight to kind of get the thing working. I just want to check the user state a second. This is the user state where I have all of my current setup with the game. Now I work on tokens. I did this with the Mysteries of Profundum, and these are the tokens that take you so far. This is how many tokens, how many moments exist within the game that you have to achieve, and then those tokens get allocated. I don't know if I want to do the school hack from that point, but let's have a look. Let's see what happens, see where we're at. Okay, here we go. Just get this turned up nice and loud. Let me know if you can hear the rain, okay? So it's daytime. It's currently daytime in Tokyo. As you can see, we've got daylight outside. It's all lovely. Now this is a real time. It runs on the real time clock of your computer. So it's real time for where you are right now. So I'm in daytime, so it's daytime. But the sunset and sunrise times are set to Tokyo. So even though it might sunset here, it won't necessarily sunset here until it does on the actual hour that Tokyo sunset and sunrise would be at that point of time. Very confusing. It's not doing it in that kind of way, but yeah, it's kind of confusing, but there we go. Oh yeah, cool, .sonic. This is kind of interesting. This is a little bit of a surprise that I was going to show you in another video, but it's already on the platform, so I've been working on it. This is an MP3 player that I've created that plays .sonic players. Now we've got, let me see if I've downloaded any games a second. File system, downloads, not games. There's the .sonic installer, Cherry Blossom, Rise New Voices. Let's have a look. So this is a little bit of a tangent, but in the game there are band musicians, band artists. There are band people from all over the place that are in Japan or in the Pacifica Isles that have become part of the rebellion. That includes musicians. Now, the musicians are creating underground content that's trying to like spark rebellion. Now, I've written a whole bunch of these songs. I've sung them into the microphone and then put them through Suno, which is like it changes your voice. You can choose like different voice qualities and stuff, and it changes your voice and puts you into tune. Thank goodness. And then I've done some of the tracks, like whistled some tracks, beatbox some tracks, sort of beatbox, but not quite. Kind of like just sort of done like dum da dum dum dun 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 dun, and done that, and then put that into Suno as well. And the results are like insane. And it's come out quite nicely. So this is Cherry Blossom. I'll just play this for you. This is Cherry Blossom Resistance. If it plays.
Checkpoint light. They took the trees, they took the flags. They couldn't take the blow. We will bloom again. We will bloom again. Matasaku. Buds in the concrete, roots under the wire. Spring doesn't ask permission, fire doesn't need a choir. They couldn't take the blow. We will bloom again. We will bloom again. Matasaku. They can't arrest the body. They can't arrest the soul. We will bloom again. We will bloom again. They can't arrest the body. They can't arrest the soul. We will bloom again. We will bloom again. Matasaku. Matasaku. Cherry blossom. Resistance. Let the petals fall. They can't arrest the body. They can't arrest the soul. Let the petals fall.
Back on, there we go. Okay, let me just pause that a second. It's on repeat. Yeah, so I'm glad you like the song, David. That's good because it's super fun, isn't it? I think that the music artists are going to take their own personas in this, and we're gonna have loads of different kind of like quests that will involve them. One of the ideas that I had was that a hacker. One of the hackers is like a massive Fugamachi fan. Like she's like a huge Fugamachi fan, and you help her with her grades and stuff. And then she like messages you and says like on your email, like, oh my God, I'm a huge Fugamachi fan. There's a secret gig going on tonight. Do you want to be involved? And then what I thought would be a cool idea would be to have paper tickets arrive to your house here, and you sort of see a little animation of the paper ticket arriving, and the paper ticket turns up. But in order to get that ticket, you have to call a payphone in Tokyo and dial in a dial tone from a track that's hidden in one of the BBSs. So if we go onto the modem now and log into a BBS, let's find, actually, hang on a second, where's my BBS numbers? Here they are. So let's find like echo chamber BBS, for example. So if we go to the echo chamber BBS and log in here, so 075-742, I'll do the rest on my keypad actually. So we'll log into the echo chamber and we'll have a look for some files and see what we can find on there. And what the idea is that the hacker will say to you, oh, go and check out this song. You can download it from the echo chamber. In order to download the song from the echo chamber, you have to install the .sonic player. In order to install the .sonic player, you've got to change the region on your machine. This is loading up the BBS now for the echo chamber. Press space to connect. Yeah, so the echo chamber kind of has different things. We've got darknet files. There's a reference card for that. That doesn't have the .sonic on there, does it? Underground forums and ASM. Kind of cool. Teaches you about programming and stuff. I think that's pretty smart. Let me log off there a second. Let's go not to the echo chamber. Let's go to never again. Yeah. 034089 9198. Oh, invalid number. It's not working. That's annoying. What's that about? 034089 9198. Oh, 919 9891. There we go. Yeah, nostalgia sound unlocked. Hey, oh, hi DJ Psycho. Is it Solitaire Mahjong or 4 players? I don't know what you mean. Is it Solitaire Mahjong? Yeah, that's the dial-up, guys. Yeah, taking you in, isn't it? New user. I think we can log in on this one actually. I think we log in as. I think I had this. Yes, cool. And then it loads up. If you've ever logged into a BBS before, this is how BBSs work. You log in, you get like some cool ANSI, and it's all really rad. So this never again is actually the Fugamachi BBS. As you can see there, that's the atomic bomb going off in Nagasaki, and there's Fugamachi there walking through the cherry blossoms. So it's kind of like a a cool, like, never again will we ever have this happen. Like, we mustn't have it happen, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, kind of fun. Not fun, dark, but you know what I mean. So we can go to, we got transmissions here. So my dad's old boombox this is what people are talking about. So you can see people chatting about stuff that's on here, which is kind of cool. And you can add your bits on there as well. And then we've got the lyrics of all the songs. So there's the Cherry Blossom Resistance that we just listened to. There's the lyrics. Hiriaka Zero, No Yuata, the song they tried to erase. We got Hunting Candles, Pacifica Sunrise, Rise New Voices, Surrender Under Toxic Skies, Tears of Shibuya, The Last Broadcast. Now these are all .sonic files. They're not .mp3s. They are MP3s, but in Python I've basically masked the .mp3 and turned it into a .sonic. So then you can go in there and actually have a look. Now what's one of the really good ones? Where is Japan? I like that one. Let's download Where is Japan. So we'll just download Where is Japan pretty quickly and we'll play this because I think it's quite nice. I think David will like it quite a lot. It's kind of cool. I think the Japanese would like this game. I just need to kind of work out how to sell it to them in Japanese without it being in Japanese, if you know what I mean. Kind of tricky, isn't it? I mean, there's a lot of Japanese people that speak English. Is that ignorant of me to like release it in Japan, but in English? It probably is, isn't it? I think it probably is. Anyway, let's come out of this. We'll end the call. We'll close down the modem and we'll go to our .sonic player and then we'll load from our downloads. Where did that go? Where is Japan? There it is. Is that loaded? Yeah, Where is Japan's loaded. I need to change. These don't react as well as I want them to. No, they're not really reacting like I want them to. I need to be able to move them around and stuff and like highlight them. They change color, just like the icons on the main page. Let me pop that down quickly. So files need to react to mouse cursor. Okay, and then if we go into here, if we can go, whoops, turn that off. Where is Japan? Here we go.
Black snow on Mount Yama, silent shrines behind wire law, maps rewritten, names erased, history packed in a foreign case, stars and stripes where the cedars stood, plastic gods say freedom's good, but the wind still knows our tongue, even if our mouths are numb. Nippon, wadokoda, kono kokoro no nakada. Stone and river, ashen pine, hands that built in patient time, quiet bows and open doors, stories older than their wars. They taught us how to buy and sell, how to laugh, how to ring the bell, but they never learned our names, only numbers, only claims. Yamawamada, Tateru, Umiwamada. screens and hidden rooms. We plant roots in the gloom. Mountains watch unbroken, slow, waiting for the seeds to grow. Not a flag, not a throne, just the right to be our own. Oh, what a night! Nippon wa kaeranai. Nippon wa torimodosu. In the static, in the rain, in the code they can't restrain. From the past into tomorrow, we reclaim what they tried to borrow. Nippon, koko ni iru.
Yeah, and that's basically how you die in Civitas Nihilium. Yeah, so that was Japan, Where Are You? By Fugamachi. And in that sort of playthrough, I don't know if you noticed, but Taki. Yeah. Well, okay. I mean, it's from the 80s, so maybe she's got more of a modern ear. Taki, I love that. Uncool. Oh, God. Well, I think it's cool. But maybe I'm tacky. I don't know. Who knows? Yeah, great stuff. So yeah, I don't know if you saw that, but while I was playing the video, I had a little game on Civitas Nihilium, full of bugs. I've got to work it out. There's a whole bunch of things that I need to fix in that. But it's a 52 card version of Civitas Nihilium where you have a king and a jack, which is your main character and your rookie. You've got your dice. You've got upgrades, which are hearts or diamonds. And then you've got the rest of the cards are cards that you've got to fight against. And you have trials based on the number and the symbol of those different cards. And you would gain reputation, I think, for the black cards. And you gain ion for the red cards. And then you have another deck of encounter cards, which you can then force to play. It's basically Civitas Nihilium, but with a 52 card deck. Thought it'd be quite fun to do that and have it on there. On a side note, you should probably change Nippon wa to Nihon wa. It is not very natural. Very good. Very good. Okay, I'll bear that in mind. Let me write that down. Nihon wa. Nihon wa. Cool. I'll do that. Nihon wa. Thanks, David. Always good to have a speaker in the house. Awesome. Thank you so much. Yeah, cool. So that's where we're at right now with regards to the music and the OS games, I guess. I was going to play chess, but I didn't want to show you how bad I was at chess. I'm terrible at it. I can't test it because I'm not very good at it. So when it gets to play testing, if any of you like to play chess, I would love the AI of the chess in this game to be tested. I want the Brad Sonic computer, this black computer here, I want it to be impressive. And I think that if it's got a really solid AI for the chess game, I think that would be quite cool. Yeah, so let's have a little wander into. Let me just quickly get up my actual game notes. So we've got two different types of notes here. You've got notes in the main screen here, which tells you mission objectives. That needs updating. the school up steps, which then as you go into this, it launches the actual challenge once you go in there, and it shows you what to do for different people. We've already actually done this, so I need to kind of work that one out. But if I close, actually no, keep that open and press Shift N. So we've got a breach teddy base now, which is saying disconnect Brad Sonic mails so the modem is free, dial 033-3741-5089 and wait for network connected, terminal admin subset handshake connected node, and then change only Rosalind, Bertie and Jason's English and US history grades to A. So that's the login, the kind of the school hack things you've got to do, basically. And what we get to see if we can follow it and see what it does. I think I've already got everything required on this already, so it might be a bit of a weird one. But let's try it anyway. This is the music for the actual challenge. So we have disconnected Brad Sonic mail, that's cool. Invalid number. I dialed that wrong. After hours. It's daytime. We can't get into the school because it's daytime. But I think on Wednesdays after 1 o'clock it does close. So we've got that. Yeah, I can't do this one right now because it's during the day. I should be streaming at night time, shouldn't I? Really, that's the truth. Okay, shall we come out of this? I think that's pretty much everything up until the point of where we are right now in the game. Yeah, I think that's us. So let me quit the game a second. Right, out of the game. Okay, cool. So we're now in the code right now. So, oh yeah, David's saying the only time you hear Nippon is during sports chants. Nihon is the more common word. The speaker is my wife. Okay, it is a nightmare for me. I bet it is. I bet it is. Now, what would be, I mean, maybe we can use Nippon for I mean, maybe it's something to be used in the alternate history as opposed to the other way around. I don't know. I'm trying to be lazy without having to go back and change the song, but I can do that. Yeah, we'll have a look. We'll see how it goes. No changing computer time. Nope. No, can't change the computer time. We have to be rigidly stuck to the real-time clock. I wanted this game to be Uplink and Hacknet meets Animal Crossing with a splice of the Matrix. That's what I wanted. Yeah, as you can see, look at this. That I've gotten so far in the code. How far are we down to now? What we got? Nearly 10,000 lines in the main Python for the main BBS. Just bring that back up there. Make sure I don't mess it up. Right. Okay. So school database standalone. Oh, a new game I'm working on to launch from the Brad Sonic. Last week I showed you guys Astro Miner and Cybertrain. Cybertrain is now working really well. I've almost got to the point where I'm going to leave Cybertrain alone. But I want to build another similar game. I say similar game, another game in Raylib, which this is, but this will be running a ship. So it's like the Battle for the Nile. So in the Battle for the Nile, I think it was Wellington versus Napoleon. You had loads of ships coming in from either side, and they beat Napoleon by flanking them on the Nile, basically. And there was a big munitions ship that went off, and apparently it was like a massive explosion, kind of like the one that happened in Lebanon a few years ago, that crazy one that was caught on camera, when it was a munitions place that got hit. The idea for this game is that it's kind of like tower defense, but it's more hex and counter. If you know hex and counter war games, like the GMT style war games, I'm going to try and do something like that. That's the ambition. I want it to have a simple game loop so I can get it finished quickly. But yeah, at this present moment in time, I'm just sort of prototyping. Let me see if I can run Raylib from the C++ here. Yeah, I can. F9. There we go. So I'll just show you what I've got so far for the ship. This will be running on the Brad Sonic computer once you've hacked it. Oh, this is my actual studio for building the ship. Let me show you. So yeah, so this was a studio that I made to actually build the ship with bricks. As you can see, it's a little bit basic. But what you do is you press space, and if you can see here in the top left-hand corner, you've got the ship generated, so the draw cubes are generated. So I build the ship in the cubes here, and then I press space, and it gets me the code that I need for Raylib in the terminal. I just then copy this and feed that actually into my actual program. Now, if I can let me see if I can open up the actual ship itself. Let's see, C trials, game ship, C++. Pretty sure we've got a new one. Is that it? I don't think that is it. No, I know where I put it. Silly me. I didn't put it there. I put it somewhere else. Let me go get it. So proxy tapes. Let's go to data. I think I put it in Astro Minor. So let's go to the games. Astro Minor. Shapes in space. Galleon. Yeah, this is where it is. Build simple.bat. What's the SRC? Galleon asset C++. Main C++. Let's open the main C++. We'll launch it from there. Run Raylib. Of course, you're not going to work. What's that about? Let me try something else. Sorry about this. I'm just trying to find this little galleon that I want to show you that I'm working on at the moment. This always happens when you're live. You can't find anything, and my management of files, especially when I'm prototyping, is awful. And I'm just trying to constantly catch myself all the time of what I've done, what I didn't do, and why I'm doing things wrong. Here we go, building with G++. That looked promising. Run with console. That's just doing the same thing, isn't it? There we go. There she is. So this is my galleon that I've made. I don't know about the transparency at the moment. I'm not sure about it, but I'm trying to work out what to do with regards to that. Now I want hundreds of these. I want hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of these all on screen that you basically work, that you sort of like an RTS, you like move them, not an RTS, it can't be RTS. I guess it would have to be just a strategy game which is turn-based, so a turn-based strategy game. So you have your ship, you roll out, and you would do stuff. Now this is kind of based on the Victory. The Victory probably had an additional mast here with more sails. So there's a little bit of poetic justice there, but we've got something there. It does look like a galleon to a certain degree. We've got the cannons and stuff. Now I'm going to work on the transparency of the blocks. I don't like it looking too modern because it needs to run on this old computer. And Raylib is perfect for that. Raylib works really, really well. So I kind of want to have that set up in there because at this present moment in time, Nelson versus DeAnglius. Oh, was that what it was, David? Battle of the Nile. Was it Nelson? Oh, I thought it was. Why did I think it was Wellington? Yeah, of course it was Nelson, which is why that's the Victory. Yeah, fair enough. So I don't think he was on the Victory though, was he, or was he? I don't know. But I know it was Napoleon's general, wasn't it, or Napoleon's admiral? Yeah, kind of cool. So yeah, we'll see how it goes, and have them fight against each other, and you have to choose your different characters. Maybe we have like a fun Nelson character here. You select the Nelson character, and then you can select the DeAnglius. The Igalius. Okay, I need to do a little bit more research into that, find out a little bit more about it. Wireframe versus vector graphics might be very cluttered though. Yeah, wireframe. Yeah, tricky, isn't it? It's tricky. I think this would become quite clunky on the frame rate if I go too hardcore on it. But with Cybertrain, for example, if I just load up Cybertrain for you guys a second. With Cybertrain, the slowdown doesn't happen at all, and I've got loads and loads and loads of different objects on screen. So Cybertrain works quite nicely. I'm yet to show you the actual hacking challenge that happens to get these games working. Now remember, because you're on a BBS, you're in a cracking group, a hacking group, they're bringing you games all the time to crack the copy protection code, and you've got to go into the game's loop using a debugger, which is like an IDE effectively, that runs directly off of the BBS. You go in there, you find the copy protection loop, and you just change the loop. And you can do that through these different, there's like a whole bunch of different things here that teaches you how to do it. So this is getting started with assembly language. If you're Brad Sonic 69000, it tells you in here how to find different things. The game's currently basically loading right now, so it's going to take, there we go. So yeah, we've got the different documents that show you how different things work. And then you can go in there, you use this to then crack the games. I'm trying to make it as easy as possible, to make it super duper simple. Hassan was saying, if it's pseudo 3D, you might be able to take 4-directional images and use them rather than 3D graphics. Yeah, that's a really good point. You could also potentially add them as like as their own individual. I think it's, I don't know, if, like objects that would exist within the GPU, and then you just multiply them. That could also work, but then you're losing a little bit of the 3D of the 3D quality. Like, I want to be able to like zoom in and see around, have a little look around and stuff potentially. We'll see how it goes. Let me just log into the Glyphis.io BBS a second and show you guys what I mean with Cybertrain. So 034572. Okay, connecting to Glyphis.io BBS. So I'm hoping this game really brings back the nostalgic feeling of a nostalgia that some of us may have had, some of us may not have had, but have that kind of like warm vibe feeling of just cozying up with your computer, going onto BBS boards, chatting to people, hacking games, getting little dopamine hits when you do things well, going back onto the OS, playing games, learning how to code and stuff, and just progressing through the story as it gets deeper and darker and more awesome. I really want that to be the case. Like I say, this game has totally taken over my life, and as you can see, I've done shitloads of stuff. Right, okay, so that's the school hack grade assistance. Let's go to games. We'll load up Cybertrain. Construct the network, command the market. Just trying to stop that from echoing by turning it down on my side. Press space to begin. Okay, Quadron City Network Authority. You are the newly contracted grid runner for Quadron City's transit network. Jack in, lay down the rail links, build silos containing the various human, transhuman, and AI situated in the various clusters, route the cargo, and survive the punishing upkeep across 6 in-game years. Your net income dictates your standing on the global leaderboard. You are what remains of the human workforce within the council of this society, so be sure to leave with your head held high before the Quadron AI deems you obsolete. Okay, now you can check out the help. I've done way more to the help now. It tells you a lot more about what's going on, what to expect, what not to expect. That's out of date. Has that been updated? No, it hasn't been updated. I need to build this on the back end. Buggables. Let me quickly do that now. Boop. I'll do that. We will build Cybertrain quickly on the back end because none of my updates have been done. We need to build the DLL. So it launches a DLL in the back end. It compiles a DLL, and then what that does is it launches it in the Python wrapper. So we're currently compiling that now and getting it updated. Don't worry, there's a shortcut. We can do a shortcut. We can just run the standalone. Okay, compiling to DLL. Come on, you bugger. Let's check the chat. How intimidating will I find the game? My computer programming is limited to Sinclair Spectrum Basic, and I didn't really use the internet until 2000. Hell, I didn't use a microwave oven until 1995. Yeah. Ooh, lights are all flickering. That's weird. So I must say, you, David, would be the best person to test this game, first and foremost, because I want it to not be intimidating. I want it to kind of like guide you through the process of getting more and more adaptable and capable with the machine. There'll be lots of different things that you'll be able to do. That some things you might be like, oh, that's a bit too crazy. I'll decide to do something else. So you can do other things as well. But definitely on the whole, I want it to be like a warm bath. I want you to kind of go into it and just really enjoy the process of the learning, because there won't be too much to learn. It's just the case of like, oh, if you ask help enough times in the game, say 3 or 4 times on a single challenge, it basically does it for you. It will say, oh no, you need to load a byte into this thing here by typing in LDA hyphen dash whatever $01, and then store that byte in C220. And you do that by typing STA for store, ST for store, and then A for whatever's in the accumulator, which was the byte that you originally just loaded. Store that into memory address C223. So type in STA space C2223, hit enter, and that powers on your sound card. So it's on the surface, it might look crazy, but if you do it step by step, which this game does do, it takes you through it step by step, or if you're totally aware of it, you can skip across it, but it will do it step by step. You're actually programming in assembly language, but you're being told what to do. So it's, you're being dictated to pretty much. It's not going to be that hard. And if you do find anything hard or difficult, let me know immediately and I'll tweak it, because I will be giving you guys a version of this game before anyone else on the planet for you to have a good look at it. Especially if you're in the Discord commenting and leaving nice things, putting nice comments on this video and chatting in the chat room, you're definitely going to get the game before anybody else. And I would love for you to give it a good whoosh, 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 whip, like, try and break it as much as you can, and tell me if you think it makes you feel dumb, or tell me if you think it makes you feel like super clever. Just tell me the raw experience, and we can always go through and change things and make it rad. Yeah, clipping outside of the camera. At that point, you would be playing around with level of detail and clipping outside of the camera. Hasifa, at that point, you would be playing around with level of detail and clipping outside of the camera. Oh yes, yes, you're right. Back to the ships. You're correct. Yeah. I know what you mean. Cool. So what we'll do now is we'll just quickly load Cybertrain again, so I can just show you that. So build and run. Here we go. So we're compiling again because the build and run bat file does a recompile, but hopefully, because we've already recompiled, it should be a lot quicker. Let's have a little look. Compiling. Yeah, I already know I'm dumb. But like a challenge. Yeah, fair enough, mate. Be careful asking the software engineer to beta test a program. Oh, mate, don't worry. I know that there'll be QA through the yin yang from you, Hasifa. I know that for a fact. And I honestly, my biggest fear is this going to a streamer playing it and it crashing immediately. That's my biggest fear. I don't mind giving it to the community and getting feedback and being told where things break. That's fine, because then I can fix it. But my God, it would be the worst thing in the world if someone like Azimagul or someone like that had a go on this and then completely failed on it, because it just crashed. That would just be a complete. Oh God, I'd hate that. So let me just turn this down a second so we get it on the screen a bit better. And if we can go to, maybe we'll make this a larger screen. So we'll change the window. Change that to Cybertrain. Oh, that's massive. There we go, that's kind of cool. We'll have it like that. Oh, that's nice. Right, so we'll just come in here and play the game. So let me just double check that it has done it right. Yeah, there we go. So earlier on, it wasn't really telling you much about what the different colors do, but bureau cost is now system-based per floor. Final price of floors times floor per cost per floor, then red bill discount applies. So bureaus, that's how the bureau system works effectively. Now, I'll go into more detail, but I'm kind of reminding myself of how to basically make the game, how to beat the game as best as I possibly can. Now it tells you how everything works. This game is super duper crunchy, but fun, and kind of based on A-Train. I don't know if you've ever seen A-Train on the Commodore Amiga, but it's sort of based on that, but it's a Cybertrain, so it's kind of cool. So what we would do first of all is we would come along, show the game first. So yellows unlock our stock market. Reds are our transhuman elites. They enable, let's double check it again a second. What does red do? I know they're transhuman elites, but what do they do? Here we go. Build correctly. Run at least one red train on an established line with at least one red station and at least one linked bureau station on that line. Cost red bureau floors cost 5,500 credits per floor. Benefit, each red silo unlocks red listings up to 6. Yeah, that's red listings in the stock market. The bureau floor effect, each floor cuts build credit cost by, it cuts the build credit costs by 10%, capped at 90. So the more bureau floors of red that we build, the cheaper it costs to build anything, effectively. So what would be handy? Oh yeah, and cyan. So maybe red, cyan, and orange would be the right place to start first. Come over here and get ourselves set up. Yeah, I think we'll get ourselves set up here. Now it's more expensive inside the red area and less expensive outside on the grey. So we'll build a factory quickly. Let's build a factory towards the red and the blues. Here. Factories create the materials we need in order to build our bureaus. Depots hold the materials that the factories output. There's 4 depots along the side there. And we need to build a station. Call the station something, so we can call this factory 1 station. And if we just twist around, there's a nice advertising billboards on the factory there. Now we want to have, I think we need to bring that over here, so when we start building our cyan silos, we have material over there as well. So we start fairly chilled first of all. So this will be a cyan materials delivery node. I guess we call it a node. Confirm. We don't need to worry about the dwelling. We don't have any cross stuff. And I was asking us whether we go AI technology people, so that's AI tech guys, or the materials industry. We want this to be a materials industry silo or a materials industry established line. We call this materials line 1. Establish that. And we can come over here and we start. We should put a train on there, shouldn't we? We've got 35,000 left, so let's put a depot here. Put a depot there, depot there, depot there. So we're moving materials around the map because that's what we need to do in order to build things. So we'll just create our train. So the material silo is being created. 1 of 6 unlocked. Now magenta bureau floors will enable the factory to double its output if we were to build magenta. But as you can see, far end of the map, magenta's quite far away. So this is very much a lower, like a little bit of a less amount of time that we can do on there. So we've got that. Now we ride the train. As you can see now, we're riding the train with all our stuff on the back, which I think is quite a nice little thing to do. Just sit ourselves on the train. Choo-choo! Or more. Because it's a Cybertrain. Right, cool. So that's that. We've got that going. So materials should be arriving over here. Materials should be coming over there. That's really cool. Let's build a red silo to make building costs less. And then what does blue do again? Let me quickly pause it. Pause, and then let's go to help. Have a look at what blue does again. So cyan, run at least one cyan train on established line with at least one cyan station, at least one link bureau station on that line. Bureau floors cost 5,000 credits per floor. Each cyan silo unlocks cyan listings up to 6 total and makes expensive networks easier to sustain. The bureau floor effect, each floor cuts global running costs by 5. Yes, so this reduces running costs and red reduces building costs. So maybe we should prioritize a blue silo first. In order to build a blue silo, we have to get our AIs moving around the map. So we don't have, it doesn't have to be a long line, but it needs to be an established blue line. So we'll build one here. This can be our AI tech station 1. Confirm. And then we'll build another, we'll send them from this particular area over to here. AI tech station, oops. Station 2, confirm, and now we'll connect them both, establish the cyan line, so AI technology, and these guys, make them dark blue, these guys are our AI tech line business network. So this, we established that. Now in order for businesses to flourish here and for us to actually unlock the benefits, we have to build a bureau within at least 2 to 3 of this area. But we need to have over here, we need to have material here in order for us to build a bureau. It won't be within range. So we'll select bureaus. You can see there, build status, no OR, which I can't remember what OR is. I think that's the required mats. So required materials anyway. Don't remember what OR means, but we'll get to that later. I need to write a manual for this. So I've abbreviated so much stuff. So as you can see, the training upkeep is currently costing us 30 credits per week. We have upkeep, there we go, build status possible, that's brown. Ah, here we go, that's blue, there we go. So we'll do, how many floors do we want to do? 1 floor, we press B. Okay, we can't do that. Let's have a look. Why can't I build more floors with B? We'll build that anyway. So that's now established. B's now established, so we've got the cyan floors built there. Annoyingly, maybe I could build another one actually. Maybe I'll try and build another one here. A brown silo is possible. We don't want a brown silo though. Oh, there we go, here. Build state as possible, we'll build another one there. So we've got 2. This is our upkeep reductions. We've got 2 businesses there. Now we can infrastructure upkeep. See, that's like 1,110 credits per month. That's pretty nuts. Might want to lower the game sound. It's a little hard to hear you. Oh, okay, no problem. There we go. Let's lower the game sounds down. Cheers, Mike. Was that Mike or David? That was David. David saying, I've missed these streams. It takes me back to Civitas 2230. I should get that back on the table. Yeah, it's a great game, if I do say so myself. We had so much fun playing that, didn't we? And playing it online and stuff. We should do some more of that stuff. It was really, really cool. Really, really fun. Yeah, so basically, as you can see, there's no lag. Like, I've got tons of different things going on. Now we can keep building it until we see lag, which I'm sure we will do eventually. But they're fairly basic models, but I want to have something similar to this. I want to have something similar to this for the Battle of the Nile game that I want to build. And I'm a little bit worried that there will be FPS death, but maybe there won't be. Maybe it'll be all right. I mean, who knows? Rare transhuman station 2. Get that there. Transhumans 1. Establish. Now we build a red train on there. That's our red train, and then we build our, there we go. Ah, bureau floors, that's annoying, they're not working. That's good to know. Got it. And then we ride our red train because we just established a transhuman line. B for bureau floors, not extending. They're supposed to, the bureau floors are supposed to go up and you're supposed to be able to build higher skyscrapers. For whatever reason, that seems strange. How's that, David, now in my voice? Is that okay? Can you hear me all right now? Is that better? Hope so. Yeah, so come out of that. Now we've got ourselves set up. What I would do at this stage, and this is a bit of a cheat to the game, yeah, remove the line, is I would actually delete the brown established line because we currently have the materials across to cyan, and we don't need to worry about the line that's currently being built here, because what's the point? We've got our materials already set up. We're already good to go. Now we need to start bringing in some income. So that's currently looking all right. I think we're getting a bit, no, we're minus 509. So we do have all of this costs per month. So we can delete this. I wouldn't delete the established lines of the blue and the red, because the silos have to exist, and that's our main stream of income coming through on the bureaus. But we do, it's still 509, that's annoying. We do need, let's go quickest. We do still need the materials there. Infrastructure upkeep, oh, I think we're screwed. I've not done enough. And now we're down. So the challenge is there. It's really challenging to get this game right. I have made money in it before. The balance is actually perfect, but it is challenging. You only get 6 years. There are no game sounds now. Getting it right. Okay, so how's that? So now what I've done is I've got the game sounds on yellow and I've got me on upper yellow. So edge yellow, upper yellow. What do you reckon, David? How's that sound? Is that good? Let's see. All right, cool. So that's Cybertrain. I'm going to close that now. We don't need that anymore. Lovely to see it. I was probably going to die and it was all going to be a really sad thing. Let's move on to the next stage of the stream, shall we? I want to have a little look quickly at what our thing was. Both sound good to me now. Okay, great. Great, Hasper, thank you so much. So it looks like we're going to be playing Uplink. Awesome. All right, sweet. Let's do it. So make sure everything's okay with this. The sound okay. Let's go into Uplink. Let's get it launched, shall we? Where is it? I've just installed it. Search the web. I've got Steam open. Here we go. Let me go to Steam. There's Hacknet. Here we go. Uplink. Play. All right. Is there no sound? Welcome to the Uplink public access server. Uplink Corporation maintains the largest list of freelance agents in the world, and we have operated for the last decade with a flawless record of satisfied customers and successful agents. Our company acts as an anonymous job center, bringing corporations together with agents who can work for them. Our company also provides rental of essential gateway computers to all agents, which allow unparalleled security in a high-risk environment. You are here because you wish to join this company. I'm here because I wish to join this company. There we go, we got tunes. Turn that down a little bit. All right, let's register as an agent. Don't need to do any of that stuff. No, that can go away. Right, so. Your Uplink membership package includes a gateway computer at a secure location. You will connect to this machine from your home computer when you are working for Uplink. You can have it upgraded at a later stage if necessary. A low interest loan of 3,000 credits with Uplink International Bank to get you started. Access to our bulletin board system, no way, the usual place for Uplink agents to find work. And you will be officially rated as an Uplink agent, and we will monitor your progress. As your rating increases, you will find new avenues of work become available. Enter my name. PRELUDES. Oh, enter a password. Okay. Okay. Uplink Corporation has offices all around the world. Please select the nearby location of your gateway. You will dial into this location when you use Uplink. Los Angeles, Chicago, New York, London, Moscow, Hong Kong, Tokyo. Registration is now taking place. As part of your membership, we will assign you a gateway computer system in your chosen server room. This will act as your jumping off point to the rest of the net. When you next log in, you will connect directly from your home computer to this gateway machine, and from there to the rest of the world. Should any of your actions be traced back to your gateway, Uplink Corporation will disavow any knowledge of your actions and will destroy your account. Your gateway machine will also be destroyed. No way! Rental of your gateway computer will cost 300 credits a month. All right, sick. Now then, let me just quickly check the stream a second because I don't have it on my other screen. Where are you? Bring it back. Come back. I'm over there. Bring me over here. There we go. Bring me back here. There we go. Ah! Why is it changing that on there? That's so annoying. Come over here, you bloody thing. Oh my god. The problem with... Can we get it bigger? Oh yeah, okay, can we get it bigger? Is it too... Oh, it's like that, is it? Oh, that is so weird. Right, let me just do this quickly because this is really annoying. Right, where the hell? Oh my god, this is going so crazy. Right, okay, hang on a second. This is my desktop, everybody. Check it out. Let me go to Uplink there. Right, there we go, got it. You get... No! No! This is like a merry-go-round. Ah! Whoa! Stream close-up! Right, okay, so let me go to... Right, there it is. Jesus, why can't I make that big? So Uplink is impossible. It's really hard to do. Right, okay, that's that. This is crazy. Right, okay, let me get Uplink back up. My God. Okay, so it's showing... Right. You are going to get big, whether you like it or not. No, why is it doing that? Right, hang on. Let me come over here. Here we go. Come on, come on, come on. Where are you? It's not even registering it as a game. That's so annoying. It can't even see it as a game on the computer. What is going on? Uplink, you are annoying. If I click away from the screen, it just shuts the whole thing down. I can't actually do this. That sucks. Right, come on. Let's get this working. Come on, come on. Maybe I can get it on another screen? It's super tiny on there, isn't it? If I go to this... It's weird that it's not registering it as a window in the game. I wonder if I can do it as add game. Let's try it. Display thingamajiggy, video, window capture, VCL, video capture source, test, scene, image show, game capture. Okay. Capture any full screen application. Okay. Okay. Now where is that game capture? If I now go to Uplink, how does that look? It looks pants. See, what's happening right now is on my screen is I'm getting that full screen. That I can see the whole thing full screen. It's changed its resolution. Now maybe I can change the, is there a thing on this? Where's the options on this? Options. Let's see if we can change the resolution. Oh! There we go. Let's do that. Apply changes. Uplink must be restarted before this change can occur. Okay, fine. Now we'll restart. All right, now we'll restart this absolute pain in the bum. Uplink is now launching. Here we go. Come on. How does that look? Oh God, it looks all tiny. Eee. Not fun. Annoying. I know what we'll do. We'll run it in a window. Okay, obviously it must be restarted, so we'll do that again. Now this might run in a window of the same resolution. Yeah, of course it does. There it is. Let's change the resolution. Here we go. We'll change the resolution, run it in a window. That's cool. What's happened? Why has it disappeared? Why has it gone weird on me? I can't see the bottom of the screen now, that's so annoying. Right, let me just close that a second. Open it again. Right, you bugger. Can I change the window size? No, I can't. I have to have it right up there. Options. Now they're down here, aren't they? Oh, you git. Have I completely messed this up? Oh no, I can't get to the bottom of the screen. Normal service will resume shortly. Oh, there we go. There's the flipping things there, look. There's nothing I can do because it's got the menu items down there. And look, it keeps moving it every time I bring it up. How do I hide this? Taskbar settings. Let me get rid of the taskbar a second. Right, Uplink, you bugger. It won't let me do it, it's so annoying. All right, let's do taskbar on the left then. There we go, you found it. Right, okay, so none of that anymore. Let's go to 720. Let's keep it as a window. Apply changes, must be restarted. Yep, close. We will play this bloody game. We will play it. We will. We'll play it. Right. Now then. Enough of that nonsense. Let's go to... Let me delete that a second. We don't need that anymore. That's rubbish. Delete that bad boy. Video capture's there. Yep, that's cool. Window capture. Uplink. Save. Now you're talking. Whoa, should have tested that, shouldn't I? Flipping heck. My God, do you know what? Back in the early days when I first started streaming and stuff, this would have freaked me out. I'd have been so freaked out. Oh, and I've got messages here saying, can you tab in the window? I would not trust you to be a hacker. Try turning Uplink to windowed mode. Yeah, then manually set the resolution. Did that. All right, sweet. So I'm currently watching the stream back in the past of me messing around and trying to get it sorted out. But yeah, got it working, thank God. All right, cool. So let me just close that. I don't need that over there. Don't need that over there either. That can go. That can be gone. You be gone. That's cool. All right, sweet. So where's the OBS disappear to? OBS is here. So we've got that set up and make sure we're in. All right, cool. Rad, rad, rad as hell. Super rad, super rad, super rad. Let's go. So name. Bradders. Whoops. Bradders. Code. This guy. All right, welcome back to your gateway. Cool. Uplink test machine. This will be your first opportunity to hack into a real computer system with real defenses. There is no point in trying to hack a real computer system until you can do the uplink test in your sleep. You will be traced during your attempt, so remember to monitor the communications lines. However, no action will be taken against you should you be traced. Hint, never connect directly to your target server. Bounce your connection around the world. It will make you much harder to track and give you longer to complete your work. Remember that you will leave logs on the computers you use as relays which can be traced back to you. Ideally, your connection should use a computer which allows you easy and risk-free log access so you can erase your tracks without fear of punishment. Start the test. Okay, name. Bradders. Invalid username or code. Right? Oh, I got to get into it. Yep. Your details have been entered into our account. Congratulations, you are now an officially rated uplink agent. We recommend you complete the uplink test mission before you attempt any real work. First stopping off point should be the uplink terminal services system. Once there, log in and click on help, followed by getting started. Good luck. I think I remember this. Yeah, gain access to the uplink test machine by breaking the outer security layer. Access the file server and download the target, the uplink test data. Remove any traces of your hack. Return the data to us at address internal@uplink.net. So we're currently here, right? So I want to disconnect. How come I can't see that? That's annoying. So we're going from gateway to the bank, internet, here, connect. Okay, cool. Then we go start the test. We go over here. Oh, we don't have any crackers or security. We've got to buy that stuff first, don't we? That's right. That's right. Disconnect. Let's go to internal system services. That's right, isn't it? Connect to that one. Okay. And then we could known access code. Yep. Oops. Okay, let's go to our software upgrades. We need a password breaker, don't we? Purchase that. And we need a tracer. A trace tracker as well. Purchase that. I think. File deleter. We deleting files? File copier, file deleter. Purchase one of those. Purchase one of those as well. Okay, cool. I think we're good. Now we disconnect from the map, go back in, we'll go here, go here, go here, go here, go here, connect. All right, cool, start the test. Let's go. All right, let's see how long we go. Crackers, password breaker. Now sometimes you can see that it's a name. Oh, this is Rosebud. Invalid name or code. F you. Oh, we're in, aren't we? We're in. Aren't we in? Yeah, I think we're in. did just say invalid name or code. Test machine main menu. Yeah, access file server. View. Okay, so access file server, uplink test data. Now, what does it say we've got to do? We've got to access file server, download the target uplink test data. So this. Oh, sugar. What did I do? File utilities, file copier. That's it. And we stick it in there, don't we? Okay, so that's in there. And then what else did it say? It said delete, remove any traces of your hack. So we're going to come back out of there. View logs. Oh my goodness. Delete. How do we remove our logs? Oh my God, I've forgotten how to do this. Any of you guys remember? Can click on the known access codes to pre-populate the fields. Oh yeah, that's cool. Might want to check your mail. Oh yeah. You can tab in the window. Yeah, that's all good. Going back on that, that's cool. What was it we needed to do here? Uplink is pause, click close. Okay, click close, continue. So what I'm trying to figure out right now is I'm trying to work out how to remove the logs. So I've got the test data, remove any traces of your hack, return the data to us at address. So I just got to return it back to them. Just download the target data and return it to them. I don't know how to remove my stuff. How do I do that? Select this log. I don't know. Connection terminated by remote host. Well, fine. I mean, I'm happy with that. Let me disconnect. I'm already disconnected. Okay, so I'll reply to these guys. Attach the file. Uplink test data. Send. Congratulations on your success. Funds transferred 0 credits. Thank you for working for Uplink. This is an automated message. A response, please do not reply. Okay. What's it saying? Congratulations, Agent Brothers. You have reached the next Uplink rating. Your rating is now beginner. Hooray. So we now need to go to the internal services system. Connect to that. Okay, so I can just do this. Sweet. We can go to mission list. Hack into computer and delete key files. We can definitely do that. Let's check out the job. So thank you for working with Steve Jackson Games. No way, Steve Jackson. That's hilarious. He's the guy that invented Warhammer. He was also the guy that did, do I have them here? Do I have them here? I think I do have them here. Yeah, I do. Whoop. This is him. Steve Jackson. Check it out. Rebel Planet. Which one's that one? That's Starship Traveler. This one is The Rings of Kether and Space Assassin. Basically, oh, Space Assassin, there we go. Basically, I bought these fighting fantasy games when I was making a RPG, because I wanted to find out a little bit about like the beginnings of them all and stuff. And these are all the space-based ones that Steve Jackson did. He's the creator of Warhammer, and they're talking about him here. So I've got to go onto a computer in Nottingham, I guess? No, let's find out. So the target computer data location, automated solutions, internal services machine. Okay. Destroy this data and all backups, send a notice of completion to internal@stevejacksongames.net. Okay, cool. So we'll close that. Now where is it? It's normally the green one, isn't it? Yeah, there it's over there. Okay, so we got to bounce around. So let me just quickly disconnect from here. Start it again here. 2, 3, 4, 5. Connect. Now let me get the details up of the file name. So the file name is 72755. Okay. Password breaker. 72755. And it's delete. Okay, cool. Oh, the top one. Hooray! $1,600 or 1,600 credits. Sweet. That's amazing. Great stuff. Cool. Oh, you can't see the messages. Let me just move my face around a second. Maybe I'm better over here. Maybe I'm better like down here maybe. That's probably a good place to be. Here maybe? Here? Maybe here. Here's kind of cool. Yeah, I'll go there. There we go. Can I move myself a little bit to the right, left? There we go. Move to the left a little bit. There we go. There we go. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. There we go. Built for Uplink. It's perfect. It could be the American Steve Jackson who made Car Wars or Munchkin. Yeah, it could be. That's true. That's totally true. Did he have a company called Steve Jackson Games, I wonder? I wonder if he did. Could be. Interesting though, isn't it? These are cool. These are cool books, by the way. I absolutely love them. They're super, super awesome. They're really cool. Yeah, okay, so let's do another job. So we'll delete that. Let's get ourselves up to this. So the game loop in this, I love the game. The game's great, but the game loop is kind of not boring. That's the wrong word, but repetitive. You're kind of going through this. You're doing different things. I know that you end up getting like the database and stuff that comes through when it shows you all the different faces and stuff, and you can do that. You can do that. But yeah, it does feel break into a rival system, sabotage files, access a remote system, and copy important data files. Let's do a copy data file job. Let's contact them first. Now this is fun. Why so much money? Who is the target? How secure is the target? I want more money. I want half the money now. I want all the money now. That's from Elite. They've taken that from Frontier Elite 2. That I want half the money now and I want all the money now. That kind of stuff. Like you ask for all the money now and they'll never say yes. You ask for half the money now and they might say yes, they might say no. I think that's just a random thing. So we can say that to them. Okay, agreed. So that's cool. So we'll do it. We get our little bit of information here for us to do. We'll exit the BBS. We'll disconnect from that. Target computer data location, BioWare computer's internal services machine. Okay, sweet. So 1,800 credits, lovely jubbly. So we'll go here. We'll go here. We'll fly right across Africa and go over to there. And we'll go here, here, and then we'll come back to BioWare. Now I think we're deleting files, aren't we? Or no, we're copying files. We're copying files. We're copying a file 79539. Okay. Yeah. It's interesting, isn't it? I could totally get sucked into this game, but at the same time, like I want more. I want to like know who the people are that are running Gateway, what's going on with them, and everything like that. Now we're copying, aren't we? We are copying, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, copy important files, here we go. Okay, so 79539. All right, cool. 900 credits. We got that, sweet. And this one, you've reached the next Uplink rating. We're now novice. It's cool. We're novice. Woohoo! Yay! Everything seems to be going okay so far, so good. Let's go back to our internal systems. Connect. I think what would be good now, while we're still, while we've got a bit of cash. Where's our cash flow right now? Let's look. We've got 4,400 credits. Let's buy some hardware. So what we want to do, we could probably do with a processor upgrade. If we go full hog, 3,000 credits on a on a 100 gigahertz CPU for obviously back in 2000 and, is this 2005 I think this game came out? It says 2010 on the clock at the top, but I think back in 2005 this was, maybe it was earlier. No, I don't. One thing you're forgetting to do is deleting the log files. Yeah, I know, but I don't know if that even matters. Or does it matter? Does it matter? You never did start the trace tracker program, leaving that trace for the authorities to find you. The route is to hacking success. Well, let's see what happens. I mean, I'm just doing it to be fast, I guess. So I need to put the trace on. I mean, I don't know how to delete the logs. Weird, isn't it? No, they can't buy any memory. Buy a faster modem. Get a faster modem as well. Item purchase, hardware will be installed in the next 24 hours. Okay, cool. So what we'll do while that's happening is I will chat to you guys about what we have to do. So tell me, what do? I have the tracer tracker that stops them from tracing me, right? But then that slows down my ability to go through. So we've got Husper saying there are two trace types, cool. Active tracing when you are connected to a machine, and a passive one over time where they follow the trace through the logs. You need the log deleter software upgrade. Oh! I've just spent all my money. All right, let me do one more job, and I will just quickly, what have I just logged into? My gateway. Uplink internal services system, there we go. Let's go in there. All right, mission list. We'll do a quick mission to get, well, hang on, let me see how much it costs. Where's the, what was he said we needed? We needed a, it doesn't slow it down, it just shows you on the map the program with the trace. Oh, okay, I see. We need the log deleter software upgrade. Log deleter, where the hell is it then? Oh, it's down here. Trace tracker? Informs you of the progress of any traces on your connection. No trace detected, trace in progress, trace complete. Okay, but where's, do I have a log? I don't think there's a log deleter on there. What's it called? Oh yeah, log undeleter. Recovers previously deleted logs, log modify, oh, log deleted there, 500 credits. Got it. All right, well, let's get our upgrades in. We'll get emailed when that happens. There they all are. That's cool. We'll play that. We'll do a quick mission. A quick, super simple mission. Help us prove a fellow employee is overrated. 3,000 credits? I want half the money now. Okay, agreed. All right, agreed. Sick. Okay, let's exit that. Let's go to the software upgrades. Let's buy our log deleter. Item purchased, exit market. Okay, cool. So I'll do a log delete on this job. So let's have a look at where we got to go and what we got to do. So I'll just disconnect there. We'll bounce around the world quickly. So we'll go back to, we'll go back to the Uplink one. We'll go to the International Bank, the test machine, the public access server, the interlink, and then we'll go here, and then we'll go here. We're nearly at 12:30, so we've only got 10 minutes left to play because I want to kind of get back to the work that I need to do on my list, but I do enjoy this. It's pretty fun. This is a government-owned computer system. All attempts at illegal access will be severely punished to the full extent of the law. Valid user accounts is admin, read write, read only. Let's have a look at what our task list says. So, gain access to the International Academic Database. Okay. We feel this person scored slightly too highly at his degree. Give him a third-class replacement. James France is his name. Okay, cool. So we'll try and log in. Now we run the trace tracker here, don't we? We have the trace tracker running. Then we go to password breaker, right? We whack it in there. So I thought we'd let's just do that for the password a second, just to make sure we're all right. Now we've got James France, so we need to find James France in the thing and reduce, give him a third class replacement. Okay, cool. Come on. Come on. James France. Here's all our guys. They're blatantly the devs, all of them. All right, so we're changing his engineering class to a level class 3. Commit. Academic record updated. Okay, cool. Now, where do we do log deleter? Select target log. Oh, I see. I see. Shit. Hang on. Let me just come out of this. View logs. There we go. There we go. Log deleted, log deleted. Come back over here. Disconnect. Okay. We go over here. Go to our boy. Oh, already open. Reply. We did it. Send. Sick. Cool. That worked out all right. That was the right way to go. 2001. Wow. 2001, crazy, isn't it? Crazy to think it was 2001. Okay, I'm going to end it there, I think, guys, because I've got to get some lunch and I've got to crack on with my debug list, and that was really, really fun. I think, let me know in the comments of this video if you want me to do any more of this sort of like research playthroughs of hacking. I could do these in the evenings, it's probably a little bit easier, but I can also do some morning stuff and some evening stuff, maybe mix it up a little bit like that. It could be super duper fun. Frustrating that I didn't test this beforehand. I'm sorry about the buggering it up with the uplink wibbly wobbly stuff. It was kind of wasting a bit of time, but yeah, that's uplink. You've seen Glyphis.io BBS, the Proxy Tapes 1989, long title. I'm a Philip K. Dick fan, but I hope you like the look of what it is, and I hope it kind of is a spiritual homage to Uplink and to Hacknet and to all the other amazing hacking games that there've been over the years. And I'm sure we'll find some over the next few weeks as well as we kind of dig through and do a bit of research. So I'll try and get some more games under my belt that we can play, and we'll have a good look at them and see where we go from there. All right, guys? So yeah, cool. Thank you so much. I'm James Bradley. This is the Civitas universe, and you've all been wonderful.